that people are uninterested in water conservation or saving water, especially here in Las Cruces, is because it's so cheap. To pay for water, you could use 50,000 gallons, which is a lot of water. Think about this, 50,000 1-gallon jugs filling a room in 1 month, and it probably only cost you $16. So when you don't have to really pay for it, you don't want to take care of it. It's like having a $10 stereo versus a $300 stereo. What are you going to take better care of? This $300 stereo. So if a gallon of water costs you $3,000 or a gallon of water costs you $1, then you're going to take care of that water and you're going to use every drop efficiently. Las Cruces has about 45,111 acres of water rights. We use about half of that water right now, which is pretty good. One of the things about Las Cruces is we've been very proactive in acquiring water rights because we do think into the future. And one of the really extreme mandates that we have is our GPCD. The GPCD stands for gallons per person per day. So that's, when I look at numbers, I'm looking at how much water you as an individual is using on that specific day. Okay? So what our permits, the mandates on our permits state is that by the year 2030, we have to get our GPCD down for the whole system to 180 gallons per day per person. Right now, for 2011, we were at 204. Now that doesn't seem like a whole lot. You're probably thinking to yourself, wow, that's only 24 gallons per person. Yeah, so multiply 24 gallons times the number of people that are here, which is about 98,000 people. But we also have to meet a GPCD for just residential. The residential, we have to get down to about 125 by the year 2030. Right now for residential, we're about at 140. So the water that's used by NMSU is actually NMSU's water. They have their own water rights, their own water distribution. The city supplies no water for landscape, inside the buildings, your water fountains, anything. None of that is supplied by the city of Las Cruces. Actually, all the land on NMSU is outside the city limits. So we do not supply any water to NMSU. Okay, why do I think it's important for young people to take an active interest in water conservation? Is because when they turn 60, 65 years from now and they go to the faucet to turn it on to give their grandchild a drink of water, there may not be any water that comes out of that faucet. And that's why it's important for them to take issues now and to promote water conservation, to promote efficient irrigation, to promote taking care of the environment and water quality. For the city to reduce our footprint would be to work on outdoor use. 50% of the water that we use here in the city, 50% of it is on outdoor use. So if we can make irrigation more efficiency, if we can use drought-tolerant plants, we can lower that footprint. The one thing that you should think about is think before you use the water. If you're going to go out and wash your car, which young people love to go wash cars, put a shut-off valve on that hose. Go to a car wash. There's car washes that actually use the water from the last cycle to pre-treat their cars. Think about, who and what is how the water is being used. If you want to promote water conservation, those aspects, get online and see who here in Las Cruces actually has a car wash that does that. Think of things like that. When you brush your teeth or you shave in the morning, turn the water off. You don't need to have it flowing. If you want hot water instantly, get you one of those little gizmos. It's a pump that will give you instant hot water. Think of things like that. Don't let water run down the street. If you're watering the lawn, think about what type of lawn you have. Don't just go out there and turn the sprinkler on and just let it run for hours and hours and hours, because you can. Think before you turn that faucet on.